Malia, you know, you've had a passion for food for as long as I'm sure you can remember. Tell us a bit more about your journey with food, where it all started.
Well, it started with my mother when I was still very young. My mother used to work at Pick n Pay, and when I got home after school, then she put a little letter there and say, Malia must put on the rice. That one was more the onions, and that's how I get used to cooking. And from the rice, I start braising onions, putting on the meat, preparing, and from there, I started looking at her and, Mommy, what are you doing? Can I do that? Then she allowed me to do it. And since that time, she say, okay, come, we're gonna make Cook Sisters. We're gonna make some morsels. We're gonna do step by step. Finished, and she put me on the road. She said, go sell. Go sell. My husband took me with my 6 kids, and I only had 1 from him. So now I'm a mother of 7 kids, a grandmother of 7 grandchildren, and I'm still into this business, and I will never stop. I love cooking for other people because they like the way I cook. They like the idea how I cook. They like the way how I handle my food. I do my KSPs in front of them on a stoop here in front of Super Safe. I want to let the people see how I do the KSP. Not behind the curtains, not behind the counter, in front of them.
You know, some people say that cooking is like a therapy for them. Did you ever feel sometimes, especially when you were maybe going through a day or two, that when you cook and when you bake, it's like a therapy for you?
Yeah, sometimes for me, I'm so used to it. Then my husband say, you know, Mus, they can give you 10 pots of food. You know how to do it. Then I work on the the clients' time. If they say 10 o'clock, then I say make it 10:30 for the latest. By maybe 9:45 or maybe 9 o'clock, I found them orders ready because I know I can do it. Now they always come on the last minute for a pot of food, or maybe for cake stuff, or maybe for Cook Sisters, or whatever I do. But my akini, very popular. Bestseller, Cook Sisters. I earn 800 Rand for 2 hours on Cook Sisters. And if the church come out, then the old ladies, they used to punch me, but she passed on. She used to punch me and say, hoekom het sy nie van my Cook Sisters gehou nie? Then I tell her, nee, maar Amy moet vir die predikant sê, moet op so lang preek. Now what she do Sunday mornings, she drop her money by my neighbor that's selling fruit and veg. He say, as hy vrou kom, gee haar die R5 en sê vir haar, sy moet my goedjies hou. En as sy nie gaan hou, dan gaan sy sien. I don't even want my Amy's money, because for me that R5 it counts so lot for me. It's a R5, but that's a lot because there's more blessing into my Amy's money, because she's an old lady and she come all the way for her donuts. So I'm looking forward for my Amy's R5. Sometimes then she tell my daughter used to sell my donuts on the stoop. Then she tell my daughter, hoekom kyk sy vir my elke keer 4 in jou maag, altyd vir my 5. Then my daughter come to me, then my daughter say, Mommy, maar Amy bly klaar, ek is nie mommy nie, en ek is ek. En then I tell her, ag man, sy is 'n ou vrou man, gee maar vir haar. Sy is 'n blessing, sy. Moenie hy terugja. Then sy sê, ek het nie geweet nou, weet ek nou, next time ek moet vir my Amy gee, 5 vir R5 en nie 4 vir R5 nie.
So you have so many different beautiful stories to tell. I'm sure you had a lot of positive times in your business, and then you also had a lot of obstacles that came your way. How did you tackle the tough times and the positives that came through? What kind of positives came through for you?
Oh, well, the positive, if I'm into something, I know for sure I'm gonna do it. And if there's tough times coming my way, then I push it aside and I walk through it. And because I want to see the light. And sometimes things do get difficult. Sometimes it goes rosy, sometimes not. I never show it. I'm always satisfied whatever I got. I never complain, nothing. Because tomorrow the sun is gonna shine again for me.
Wow. I love that. So you were talking about your prices just now. You were saying how for Miami you were charging 5 rand. If you were to look at your pricing overall, I'm sure you would give a lot of those supermarkets a run for their money because firstly you're bringing such good food, home cooked food, home baked meals with all that love inside there as well. And obviously with that comes the blessing. And then you also give it at such a nice price as well.
Yeah, just to
So-
keep my customers and to see the smile on their faces.
So, for
Because
example,
that
like
is how I build my clientele. Clientele is very important. And to keep your customers is also very important. So never let your customers down. Never let them turn away and say, ek gaan maar daar ander kant koop of whatever. I keep them as a customer. I give them what they want. Even if they got the 10 rand and my akane, I do have a 30 rand portion akane and a 45 rand portion. But even if they come with a 10 rand, then I will give it to them. Just to satisfy them, because when I open the pot, the smell goes out. You know, once the smell goes out, everybody gets hungry. Now, when they pause, they get that smell. The same with the cook sisters. My magic is to put a little vanilla into my syrup.
don't tell your secret, Aunty Malia. What if I
Yeah. And then
that's
when the wind blow that smell around the corner. And that's where the people come around and say, waar ek het so na custard? Of waar ek het so na cook? I say, because he bet this too, but it's so I can cook. But it's nice to have customers. It's nice to see your customers happy. It's nice to deal with customers. And sometimes you get that cheeky customers. But I'm like, if I work in a super safe and then the boss tell you the customer is always right. So I take it like that. The customer is always right.
maybe
Sometimes,
99% of the time,
yeah.
not all the time.
My husband to tell the customer, nee, no, gaan koop aan 'n plek dan. I will never do that. I don't have the guts to do that. I will give them. Maybe in the sideline that he can't see I do it, but I will do it. Just to keep that customer and to see the smile on her face.
Now, besides the akane and the cook sisters, what else do you make?
I make everything.
Tell us more. Give me details.
I make
description.
lasagnas.
Yeah.
I make roti and curry. I make different kind of puddings. I make like the homemade foods like the bloemkool.
Oh.
Yeah, and koopkool. Means onder die koper. So I like traditional food. I do make vegetable food, but I don't eat veggies and I don't eat
Oh, you
fruit.
mean the vegans? Are you talking about the vegans now?
I
So
don't
there's
eat
a
fruit.
vegan
Yeah.
option as well. No, that's great.
Yeah, some people ask me, hey, what kind of alien is Jay? Waar vanaf kom Jay? And then they always tell me, look at your skin. You don't have pimples, nothing. You don't drink water, you don't eat fruit, you don't eat vegetables. So I said, yeah, but I do smoke a lot.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. You know, Aunty Malia, I think that because of your life journey and where you were and how you managed to work your way through with everything and the different types of work that you were doing and the people's lives you were touching, that you're actually taking the food and you're putting just all of that love and that good vibes inside the food. So that is definitely connecting to so many people out there. I think that's absolutely wonderful. Aunty Malia, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years or so? If we look at your business, where do you see it going? Where do you see yourself going?
I want to, how can I put it now? I want to continue with this that I'm doing. I don't want to stop. I want to continue because the things I'm doing, it's not for me. There is going to be an end to my life, but my children's life is going to continue. So what I'm leaving behind, it's going to be my legacy. So they must keep it up. So they must continue what I'm doing. So it's going to go from generation to generation. So I would love they must continue. And then the people will go mad about them also and say, nee, een ding sy aat na jou ma, daar is nie vir jou ma nie. Things like that.
Aunty Malia, I'm sure that someone watching this would love to hear just some personal words from yourself if they themselves are finding themselves going through struggle at the moment, like anything that you can leave us with.
I went through life a lot. My life was like hell for me. But I made ends meet, and I pushed all my struggle blocks away and walked through. So for me, it was like for me, I'm just. It happened today and tomorrow and the day after. It's like it continue every day. My struggle days, it continue. Even the abuse of life also continue. But I'm a very strong woman. I'm glad I'm a strong woman. I'm a brave woman. I can empower more women for the life I'm coming from. And the things that happened to me just made me a strong woman. I didn't take revenge. I left them just like that.
So what you would say is that if someone is going through struggle, it's almost to just try and push through that and try and keep that positive outlook all the time and try and be as strong as you can and know that tomorrow the sun will shine again.
Oh, but of course, yes. And the other thing is this, I will never let a guy insult a woman in front of me. I will stand up for that woman. And I will put my mouth in there and say, hey, jy gaan nie die vrou insult vir my nie. Because jou ma is 'n vrou. En die is 'n vrou.
Thank you.
Yes.
Exactly. So, Aunty Malia, if anyone wants to get a hold of you for all those lekker, delicious treats and all this good cooking, how do they get a hold of you?
Normally I post my stuff on Facebook, whatever I bake, whatever I cook.
And the Facebook details
Post it.
is?
Malia November.
Malia November.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a page, Malia Snacks and Catering, but from swapping phones and then.
Oh yeah. Technology.
Yeah, but I'm well known on Facebook. They don't know me in person, but I'm always there to make other people's life easy for them. I'm always a happy chappy on Facebook. I made them laugh. Sometimes they say, hi, was is so scarce? Then I say, no, my life is too busy. Then they will say, I'm glad for your part or whatever. I don't post my private life on Facebook like other people do. That's very confidential.
Yeah.
What stays in Vegas, what happened in Vegas stays in Vegas. And I'm just me and myself. I like to be there for people. I will break my legs for people.
Aunty Malia, thank you so much for chatting about your life and telling us a bit more about the Aunty Malia and the person behind it.
There is still more, but the time don't allow us. Time is very limited now.
No, there's always time. There's always time. No limit on time when it comes to powerful stories. And you're an amazing mom, and you're doing a wonderful job in the community as well. I think it's just wonderful that there's someone like you, you know, because everybody needs an Aunty Malia in their life.
Yeah, so true, no? Nobody like for Mother Christmas.